The Senate will come to order. Today's opening prayer will be offered by Rabbi Seth H. Frisch, Senior Rabbi of Historic Congregation Kesher Israel from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Dearest God, we look to you today, you who remembers all that we have forgotten, and you who are the eternal source of blessing. We stand before you on the eve of the Biblical Festival of Purim, a joyous time in which we read from the ancient and sacred scroll of the Book of Esther. It is in the scroll we read at first of a certain darkness, a darkness which would come to envelop the entire nation over which Esther would soon reign as queen. It was Queen Esther who became frightened when the plan revealing a plot to erase the sacred remnant of her people, along with the fundamental teachings of her faith, came to light. And yet it was Esther who, when confronted by the impending darkness, was able to bring the plot to an end, allowing her people to emerge from the shadow of darkness of this horror and live freely, without fear, celebrating life itself in the light of their newfound freedom. And now, standing here today before you on the eve of this festival, we too ask that you remember us for life, instilling within us a greater love of freedom, seeking both peace and prosperity for all the inhabitants of this great nation. And yet, dear Lord, we would be remiss if we were not to remember those who have sacrificed much, suffered, and paid dearly with their lives, allowing all of us to this day a life of freedom without fear, worshiping as we choose, and continuing to bask in that greater love in which you shed and allow us to live within. Teach us now and forever to celebrate our differences. Unify us to preserve and admire those differences among us, all of us, with respect and dignity for all the inhabitants of this nation. Lord, we ask you to bestow your blessings today upon this assembly and upon the nation which it serves. Bless all the inhabitants of this land with both prosperity and lasting joy, love, and freedom. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless the United States of America. And may God bless us all. Amen.
Please join in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the